Looks like might have another finish near session lows today. Still time, though, about 50 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session. The Dow is down 205 points, 1.9% to 10,450. The NASDAQ, after a brief stay in positive territory today. I think that at one point the NASDAQ was up better than 20 points or 1% or so, but it has turned tail, reversed lower, down 33.5 points, 1.4% to 2302, and the S&P 500 down close to 19 points, 1.7% to 1080. Yesterday we had pretty good volume on the exchanges. On the New York Stock Exchange we had 1.38 billion shares trade hands. That was during Monday's session. At last check, volume on the New York Stock Exchange today was tracking quite a bit higher than Monday's level, about 25 to 30% higher. So unfortunately, it looks like another day of unequivocal institutional selling taking shape here. NASDAQ volume on Monday also slightly above average at just over 2.5 billion shares. At last check, NASDAQ volume was tracking about 15-20% higher than Monday's level. So institutional selling, no matter how you slice it. Unfortunately, a lot of investors out there are making mistakes in a market like this. They're chasing these leaders down. They're buying stocks that are under heavy institutional selling pressure, and unless you're super savvy, I mean, I'm sure some people are making money out there and, buying in the morning and selling a couple hours later, or flipping stocks and trading. But this is a very difficult environment to be making money. Remember, in a market downtrend, which we're in now, about 80% of stocks are going to follow what the market's doing. So if the market is down big, 80% of stocks are going to follow that market right along with it. So that 20% chance of making money is just not the type of percentages I like to play with. But let's go ahead and take a look at a daily chart of the S&P 500. Mentioned that it was recently down about 18 points, 1.6% to 1081. Yesterday we had pretty pivotal price action in the S&P 500. It finally undercut its August 9th intraday low of 1101. A lot of market technicians, including myself, were hoping that this would happen, because once you get that August 9th low taken out, you are going to get some shaking out. More sellers are going to leave this market, but eventually the selling pressure is going to get exhausted, and there aren't going to be any more sellers left. And you'll hear the term oversold. Perhaps we are oversold here, but conditions can stay oversold for a while. But eventually, there's going to be enough of a shakeout where new buyers are going to come in, and that's where you're going to get the first day of a rally attempt, and then after that, you're going to want to look for some follow through, a sign of strength, a big percentage gain. You want to see good volume. Basically, it's really about identifying when new money, and not retail money, but new institutional money starts to come in from the sidelines. I suspect that process is going to take a little while longer. When you have the technical damage that's been done to the market, it typically takes a little bit of time to repair. But there's kind of sort of good news, bad news with the August 9th intraday low getting undercut yesterday by the S&P 500. The bad news is that leaders continue to roll over and head lower in price. The good news is that we are, seeing a shakeout pretty quickly here in the market, and it wouldn't surprise me to see a pretty strong tradable rally sooner rather than later. But I'm not going to jump the gun here, and I think that those who jumped the gun earlier today when the NASDAQ turned positive and it was up 20-25 points, this is still a very whipsaw back and forth market, as today's performance indicates. Let's go ahead and take a look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ Composite and the NASDAQ 100 headed into today were the only two stock indices that were holding above their August 9th lows. But the NASDAQ Composite finally undercut its August 9th intraday low today of 2331. The NASDAQ, like I said, down about 1.4% to 2303. So again, it took out its August 9th intraday low of 23. I think it was 23. I think I have that right. 23. 23.33, I think it was. But so you have a shakeout going on in the 23.31 was the August 9th intraday low. So good shakeout going on in the Nasdaq Composite today, and let's not forget about the Nasdaq 100. That was also holding above its August 9th intraday low, but looks like it's actually still barely holding above that low. The Nasdaq 100 is down 1.6% today to 2042. All right. Well, the news was really about Apple today. A lot of investors were waiting intensely on what Apple was going to have to say. They were expecting the iPhone 5, but Apple actually introduced the iPhone 4S with a faster processor. Let's take a look at shares of Apple today and see how they're doing. At last check, it was pretty ugly, and it remains ugly for Apple. This looks like a classic case of sell the news. Shares of Apple down $18.19. That's almost 5% today to $356.41. This was a former holding in my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio. Got out of this one not that long ago, around $391, $392 a share, if memory serves. But a good lesson. This is a name where even though Apple may try to firm up at its 200-day moving average here at 353, it's only about 3 points above it right now. This is an example of what institutional selling looks like in a stock. And a bear market eventually is going to take everything down with it. Just a few days ago, Apple finally took out its 50-day moving average. Very bearish price action today, though. Looks like volume relatively heavy, but again, shares down about $18, 4.9% to 356.41. So that is shares of Apple. And this is, again, just a case of sell the news. Investors were expecting the iPhone 5. The iPhone 4S has a faster processor. It's going to ship in the U.S. on October 14th. Apple said that the 4S will be available in 70 countries by the end of this year. The faster processor that we're talking about is the A5 chip in the iPhone 4S. It's going to be 7 times faster than the processor in the old model. I'm kind of slow to upgrade my iPhone. I still have the 3GS, which meets all my needs, so I'm in no rush to upgrade my phone, but apparently 4S will have a faster processor. The phone also has new mobile software that can sync content wirelessly without having to plug the iPhone into a Mac or a PC. The 4S also includes new voice recognition technology called Siri. Interesting. I did a video over at The Street last week on a voice recognition technology firm called Nuance Communications, and this stock was actually trading quite a bit higher today. There was rumor that their technology was going to be in the new iPhone 4S, but doesn't look like it. Nuance Communications is a voice technology firm. Shares hit an intraday high of $20.23, but have pulled back. It's now down about 0.5% to $19.34. Recently rose back above its 50-day moving average, but is now trading slightly below that support level. So looks like Nuance Communications, a little bit of disappointment there that they did not get, their technology did not get the 4S voice recognition technology call, if you will. Other tidbits that came out of Apple's news conference today, when they released the iPhone 4S, the company has 5% of the overall handset market in smartphones. More than 80% of hospitals in the U.S. are now testing or piloting the iPad. 74% of all tablets sold are iPads, and there have been 18 billion apps downloaded since the App Store opened. Pretty amazing. 18 billion apps. And combined sales of the iPhone, the iPad tablet, and the iPod Touch, that's the touchscreen media player, they have sold a combined 250 million units. Just amazing. Now, does that mean the stock is a buy? Well, there was a reason why I sold Apple in my model portfolio at $391 a share. It was starting to look weak to me technically, starting to see pretty clear signs of institutional selling. We'll just have to wait and see if Apple goes on and forms a good base here, because the important thing to keep in mind is that even though a market correction that we're currently in is tough to sit through, hopefully a lot of you are favoring a very heavy cash position, so you're not getting hurt here. But new leaders are going to arise, and it remains to be seen. I think it's doubtful right now that Apple's going to be able to resume a leadership position, but it's not out of the question. But it needs time to play out. It needs time to come into better focus. All right, you're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. My name is Ken Shreve. We will be right back, folks.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of TFNN.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real Money Masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Gold Fields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. I mentioned my newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, at the top of the show, and did not mention that if you want to get a free trial to Ultimate Growth Stocks, you can go right on the homepage, look right in the carousel, right in the middle of the homepage of TFNN.com, and you can get more information about Ultimate Growth Stocks, or you can click the Newsletters tab right at the top of the page and then click on Investment Newsletters, and you can find it that way, get a 2-week trial, see what I'm doing with my model portfolio, how I am navigating this volatile market. So taking a look at some of these short ETFs, when you kind of go through 200, 300 charts, the best charts right now, the ones showing the best relative price strength, the ones showing the most blatant signs of accumulation as opposed to distribution. And when I mention the term accumulation, I'm basically talking about above average volume price gain. So when a stock is moving higher, is it showing signs of accumulation? Is it moving higher in expanding trade? Or is it showing signs of distribution, falling, and volume is expanding to the downside? Clearly, better than 90% of the stocks that I'm looking at right now are, under a massive amount of distribution, as mutual funds, other institutional investors are repositioning portfolios. Right now, it's not real clear where the new money is going. There's still a lot of money on the sidelines, but again, hopefully, before the end of the year, and frankly, it could even happen this month, before the end of October, we could see some good follow-through in this market that could give us perhaps a tradable, 10% rally in the major averages. So it's important to keep paying attention. But in terms of some of these short ETFs that have actually pretty strong technical pictures right now, take a look at the ProShares Short S&P 500. This fund basically mirrors the daily inverse return of the S&P 500. It's not a double or triple fund. It's just basically going to mirror the inverse return of the S&P 500 on a daily basis. Let me go ahead and pull this up again. I'm not sure if the ProShares Short S&P 500 fund. It's up 0.9% today to $47.82. Really a nice breakout in this fund, over $46.90. That would be its intraday high set a couple of weeks ago, right in this area here. So I never like to chase a stock or ETF when it moves, say, 4 or 5% past a swing point or buying area here. So for the SH, the swing point was 46.90. It's trading around 47.82 right now, so it's not extended. The problem I have with these short funds is that, any day we could get a headline out of Europe that is just going to, cause a 300, 400 point rally in the Dow. I mean, it could happen any day. I mean, even though market technicals point toward continued weakness, and the state of most growth stock charts out there are pretty miserable. Bottom line is that nothing would surprise me in this market. And even though market technicals point toward continued weakness, you have to be ready. This is just a fast-moving back-and-forth type market. So it's hard to go long these short funds here, even though technicals are telling you to do so, because there's been good volume in the ProShares Short S&P 500 in recent weeks, and it's a good, solid technical breakout. Same with the PSQ, which may not be a familiar ticker symbol, but this is the ProShares Short Triple Q. So it's basically this mirrors the inverse performance of the NASDAQ 100 on a daily basis. Now you have the QID, which is popular because that gives you 2 times the inverse return of the NASDAQ 100. But taking a look at the PSQ here, it is up 0.5% today to $35.13. It broke out Monday over 34.71. So it's only 35, 40 cents above that swing point right here. So another short ETF that is not extended in price, but again, I'm just cautious going long these short index ETFs here because the market is just so back and forth. It's just very easy to get, whipsawed back and forth in positions. Taking a look at the QID, which I just mentioned, this gives you twice the daily inverse return of the NASDAQ 100. The QID today is up 1.3%. to 57.89. Nice breakout in this fund as well. So, the strong charts in the market, especially in the ETF market, are going to be in your bond funds, your short index, short ETF funds. But when it comes to individual growth stocks, a lot of technical damage out there that's going to need time to repair. You're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. I'm Ken Shreve. We'll be right back, folks.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters, Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks. Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, more than 40 different mining equities, as well as some of the most popular precious metal ETFs, including the GDX and the SLV. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report that will help you take advantage of investment opportunities at the current historic gold price levels. To order your Gold Report today with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com or call our office directly at 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 10,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the fourth quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about technical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Geez, about 15 or 20 minutes ago, it looked like the market was selling off, and here we are coming well off the lows again. Not surprising in this whipsaw environment, but the Dow is now down 79 points, 0.7% to 10,576. The Nasdaq positive after being down about 1.3%. 15-20 minutes ago, Nasdaq has turned higher by 7 points. That's 0.3% to 2342, and the S&P 500 down about 4 points, 0.3% to 1095. A couple of headlines that I haven't mentioned yet. Earlier today, Greece's finance minister says the country has enough money to pay pensions, salaries, and bondholders through mid-November. The Athens Stock Exchange really took a hit today, down 6.3% Tuesday. Really seems like U.S. markets are, moving based on what happens in Europe overnight. It seems like the Germany's DAX and the Paris CAC 40 are going down by 2 to 3% almost on a daily basis recently. So U.S. markets following the lead of Europe at this point, but Greece says it has enough money until mid-November. Greece had previously said it would start running out of money in mid-October. So they're going to get another round of loans. It just hasn't been decided when that is going to happen. In other news, when the market was down early in the day, stocks turned higher, or at least the Nasdaq did. Part of that was due to a speech that Ben Bernanke gave in front of the Joint Economic Committee of Congress. Ben Bernanke said the Fed is prepared to take additional steps to help an economic recovery that is, quote, close to faltering, unquote. Yesterday, the Fed officially started Operation Twist by buying long-term debt. Last month, the Fed said it would basically swap $400 billion of short maturities into longer maturities, and also said it would reinvest proceeds from maturing securities into mortgage-backed securities. Bernanke also said today that the Operation Twist announced last month is basically the equivalent of a half-point cut in the Fed funds rate. So take a look at bond yields here. It's going to be TYX. See what the 30-year yield is doing today. Looks like the 30-year yield is at, call it 2.75, 2.76, and then we also have the 10-year yield as well. Take a quick look at that. See what the yield on the 10-year note is doing, and it is right around 1.78%. So that's what Ben Bernanke had to say. Also, Goldman Sachs out today. The chief U.S. economist at Goldman Sachs put the chances of a recession at 40% and said the unemployment rate could get up to the mid-9% range in 2012. So a lot of people, thinking that the economy may not be in as good a shape as some might think. We do have the jobs report, which I'll get into a little bit later, coming this Friday. So hopefully we'll see some sort of decent number there. I mean, who knows how the market is going to react again, but we do not want to see a job data that we had last month when the economy created 0 jobs for the month of August. Taking a look at oil today, oil ended down $1.94 or 2.5% to 75.67 a barrel. Certainly in a worldwide economic slowdown, you'd expect oil prices to weaken. Tough to short at this price level. It has come down quite a bit. It's been a precipitous decline in recent weeks, but oil down 2.5% today to 75.67 a barrel, and gold for December delivery fell $41.70 or 2.5% to settle at $16.16 an ounce. Stick with us, folks. We're going to take a look at some movers today, some decliners. We'll do that when we come back. Breakout Investing on TFNN.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before October 15th from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but two exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses, keep money in your community, and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you only have till October 15th to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted that was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Ken Shreve with you. Thanks very much for tuning in. Taking a look at Wynn Resorts here. Good gaming data out of Macau again earlier today. Gaming revenue rose 39% in September compared to the same quarter a year ago. No doubt that the gambling business in Macau continues to do well. At one point, it looked like Wynn and Las Vegas Sands were really going to get going and stage nice breakouts. You can see, looking at a chart here in Tiger TV, you had a good breakout on this day right here, and then boy, it just completely fell apart. Bull stocks are doing well today. I don't know if you want to call it a dead cat bounce or what, because they really have been hit hard by institutional selling in recent weeks. But shares of Wynn up $4.68 recently, 4.2% to $115.35. $2.75. It's hard to look at a chart like Wynn here and think that this stock is going to be able to resume its leadership position. That's the bottom line with Wynn, and frankly, a lot of other stocks that have been doing well in recent months. A lot of these leaders are not going to come back. They've suffered, so much technical damage. You got to remember that Wynn has made a huge price move since the bull market started. It was on a split adjusted basis. It was, or I don't even think there have been any actual stock splits in Wynn, but this was a $25 stock back in March 2009. It's up now around $115 a share. So, it's made a big price move. A lot of money has been made in this name. So, I wouldn't expect Wynn to, come back and exhibit leadership anytime soon. And take a look at Las Vegas Sands as well, another stock that had been doing well. The bottom fell out of this name as well. Shares are up close to 5% today to 38.45, but a lot of technical damage here. Maybe names that you can trade around and kind of flip them, buy them, and sell them over a short period of time. But in terms of good long-term holds that are going to give you solid gains from here, to me it looks like a lot of technical damage here that's going to take some time to overcome. And frankly, I think that both of these stocks, and Baidu is another name that has just completely been obliterated, the China-based search engine. I think the price performance of these three stocks are really a good tell about what's going on in China. We know that growth is slowing in China, the economy as a whole. Many are calling for a soft landing. It may end up being a soft landing, but I think that the price action of all three of these stocks, Wynn, Las Vegas Sands, and Baidu, is sort of confirming that slowing growth. And even though the gambling market in Macau and gambling prospects still look pretty good, I think the really negative price action in Las Vegas Sands and Wynn Resorts is worth paying attention to, and frankly, two stocks that are not on my radar right now. Taking a look at some other movers today, let's take a look at Nordstrom, because this is interesting. Nordstrom is JWN on the New York Stock Exchange. You still have to respect this stock's technical picture. I focus on stocks with good fundamentals and good technicals, and Nordstrom is definitely in that boat. High return on equity, good consistent top line growth, bottom line growth quarter after quarter, and it's in a pretty good looking base here. You have its relative strength line is in new high ground. You can't see that on this chart, but that means it continues to outperform the S&P 500 despite recent market weakness. It frankly could be poised to take out its recent intraday high of 49.25. That would be its high right here. So stock is having a big day today, up $2.33, 5.1% to 47.70. Technical picture looks good, but we are in a market downtrend. 80% of stocks follow the market trend lower, so a breakout could work here, but probably more as a trade rather than launching a meaningful multi-year price gain here. Now, as I've said, the bottom line is that a market rally is going to work when institutional money starts coming in from the sidelines. Clearly, we're not seeing that happen yet, but when it does start to happen, you want to keep an eye on the strong price performers as opposed to the weak price performers. Nordstrom is clearly showing relative price strength in this market, and this type of technical structure can yield a breakout, but you need the right type of market. You need a confirmed uptrend. The market needs to move from a downtrend to an uptrend, so these technical breakouts can work. But Nordstrom, interesting action today. And then a stock I wrote about last week on Real Money, a molecular diagnostics company called Cepheid. This is another interesting technical formation here. Shares are up 5% today, $1.97 to $39.81 a share. Cepheid is flirting with a possible breakout here over $40.94. That would be its intraday high set about six days ago. So you always want to keep track of the bullish technical formations. They are very few and far between. In fact, out of 200 charts that I looked at today, Nordstrom and Cepheid were about the only stocks that were in any position at all to perhaps try to make an upside move here in the near term. But again, we're in a downtrend. Even if the market rallies well off its lows today, say the Nasdaq closes higher, because actually, as I'm looking at the market here with about 10 minutes left to go, we are in positive territory. So today could end up being day one of a rally attempt for the market, but that's it. It's not a reason to turn entirely bullish yet. You need to see another sign of strength. You need to see another sign that money is coming in from the sidelines. Volume is strong in the market today. That's a good sign. If we do finish well off the lows and near highs, that's also a positive sign. But need to see more, and the technical damage out there done is pretty significant, and it's probably going to take another few weeks before we see meaningful technical formations set up that could deliver nice breakouts. But as we head into break, the Dow is now up 15 points, 0.1% to 10,670. An impressive rally late in the day here. Look at the Nasdaq, up 40 points. It was 20 minutes ago. It was down 1.3%. Now it's up 1.7%. S&P 500 up close to 1%. Breakout Investing on TFNN, folks. We'll be right back. Stick with us.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make. Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit tfnn.com today.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Time in the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, everyone. Nice rally into the close here. Boy, this market is just all over the place. If we do end higher today, this is since the August 9th lows have been undercut by the all the major averages at this point, actually, except the NASDAQ 100. But in terms of the Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ, they all undercut their August 9th lows. So if we end higher today, which looks like there's a pretty good chance of that happening, it's going to be day one of a rally attempt for the market. Probably a lot of short covering today, people going back and forth between long and short, but that's why you want to wait a few days and really look for meaningful signs that new money is coming in from the sidelines. The volume is strong today. That's a good sign, but in the end, it's only the first day of a rally attempt, so it's too early to get excited. Excuse me, but the Dow currently is up 44.5 points, 0.4% to 10,699. NASDAQ outperforming nicely, up 2% to 2383, and the S&P 500 up close to 1.5% to 1115. Let's do a quick check on Apple, which had been under quite a bit of pressure just about a half an hour ago. It is now down only 1% to 370.77. It went all the way down to its 200-day moving average today. Touched it at 353.58. Its intraday low was 354.24. So just came down slightly above its 200-day moving average, but is up near its session high again after hitting an intraday low of 354. Shares were recently trading around 371. Call it down about 1% or so. Quick check on Amazon here. Amazon also all the way up near its session high. It's now down $1.09, call it 0.5% to 210.89. It hit an intraday low of $200.43. So when the new leaders set up, it's basically going to be, this is an important concept, when the new leaders set up in this market, it's going to be the stocks that start retesting their prior highs the fastest with volume. At some point, new money's going to come in. You'll be able to tell where the institutions are putting their money just by gauging supply and demand, looking for above average volume on gains. Identify the stocks that are intent on retesting their former highs. This is basically where the leaders are going to come from. If you're looking elsewhere, you could be stuck in stocks that are not going to perform and could very well underperform when the market does start to rally again. So we need to give this rally more time. Day one of a rally attempt doesn't tell me anything, but if we see a sign of strength, 4 or 5 trading sessions from now, big percentage gain and higher volume, I will be more convinced that we may have a tradable rally on our hands. Earlier today, economic data quickly. Factory orders in August down 0.2%. Tomorrow, we've got the ADP employment change for September. Estimate there is for private private sector job growth of 45,000. In August, job growth was 91,000. That, again, is the ADP employment change. On Thursday, weekly jobless claims expected to rise to 402,000 from 391,000 the prior week. And on Friday, of course, the non-farm payroll report for September. Estimates are for job growth of 64,000, with the unemployment rate holding steady at 9.1%. Of course, in August, the market got a shocker when the economy created 0 jobs in August. Coming up after the close, earnings from Yum Brands. Let's take a look at Yum Brands here as we head into the close. We're going to see earnings reports from Yum Brands. Stock is up close to 2% to $49.40. Yum Brands, you know Yum Brands, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut. The company is expected to earn 83 cents a share, a 14% increase from a year ago, with sales up 8% to $3.1 billion. Before the open tomorrow, earnings from Costco and Monsanto. I'll be calling into Tom's show tomorrow, Wednesday, around 4:30 Eastern. Thanks, folks.